Good evening, everyone, to the Shaheed Bhagat Singh Football Cup edition 2022. We went to the match 4 of the Under 22 division of this prestigious cup. A wonderful evening here in New Delhi. Football will be the concentrating part of the day. I urge everyone who's listening to me right now to get your snacks, your coffee. You have had a hefty day of work. Now let football take over. Today, the green and yellow team of Delhi, the Garhwal FC, the legendary Garhwal FC, will be taking on the Rangers SC situated in Delhi. Amazing football will be expected of both teams. It has been an impressive tournament so far. Yesterday, we saw the Royal Rangers FC, a much more self proclaimed royal version of the Rangers FC, take on the National United SC and run rampage over them. The score was 9-2 yesterday night at the end of the play. Will such a play continue? Here, we will see. I urge everyone who's watching right now to bring in, call your folks, all the ardent fans of Indian football. They surely don't want to miss this. Gaurav FC is an exciting team who have had wonderful dominance in all the leagues that they participated. They had a wonderful showing in the I League second division qualifiers as well. And this will be a match that you should not miss. To everyone watching, I welcome you to this match. Sat Sri Akal, Namaskaram, Namaskar. I wish we all have a wonderful match up ahead. Match number 4 of the Shaheed Bhagat Singh Football Cup. As I keep on saying, as Delhi gears up for this cup, the prominent football clubs from Delhi will be participating in this year's Shaheed Bhagat Singh Football Cup. The competition will run from July to August to celebrate India's 75th year of independence. Organized by the Directorate of Education and Sports Affairs City of Delhi, the cup is a part of the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav initiative and has been affiliated with the All India Football Federation. The tournament will be paying a tribute to the Shaheed Bhagat Singh's invaluable determination struggle, the great Indian revolutionary, the 23-year-old Indian socialist symbol. And through this tournament, we will remember the Shahidi Azam. On this wonderful Thursday evening, I hope you all join. I hope you all have fun as much as I have while commentating on these matches. In the comment sections, do remember to get in your views, to ask your questions. We shall make this an interactive experience and fun for everyone who's involved. More and more people turning in as we speak. Match number 4 of the Under 22 division today. You will see players who will be ripe for the taking, 22-year-olds who will be ripe for the taking. Scouts all around for all the clubs in India will be having a lookout here today. They will be eager to find talents with fire in them as the players take on the field. This will be an interesting take and Thiagraj Stadium will be on fire. Rangers SC starting off the Kulkarban Sohaib, the goalkeeper Rohit, Lenchenpa, Suraj, Bikash, Hitler, Letzmang, Mohammad Rashid Khan, Naobi Singh, Semilin Haukib, and 14, Jigminse. Asked in the comments, I hope is having a good time, like Ronnie Jacob. And Drips and Nevis, my predictions for today, I stay too. I try to stay as unbiased as possible. I hope football wins at the end of the day. That would be my likely prediction. Once again, introducing myself, Shujoy John Matthew, and I hope we all have fun today. We can see some outstanding football from these youngsters who will be desperate to prove themselves on this Thursday evening. The ground is set. Is set. The rain gods are waiting for the splendid showing of football coming up today as well. All those who are tuning in today, I welcome you all once again to the 2022 version of the Shaheed Bhagat Singh Football Cup. This is just a start as more teams would be turning up year by year, and I believe all of us can replicate the spirit of the Shaheed Bhagat Singh, the great Indian Revolution. Moments before the match, last tactical details, last instructions, last prayers before the battle. Garhwal FC takes on Rangers SC here today. Sportscast India and Shujoy John Matthew will be present when the match starts, and there will be fire here on the ground. Thiagraj Stadium live coming for you. The head coaches, team managers, physiotherapists of both teams giving in their final work before they get these warriors ready for the battle coming up ahead. Football is not just a game, it is life in itself. It teaches you about the principles. You have to fight and strive at the end of the day. If you feel like you've done well for yourself, that itself is a win. These youngsters will be putting on a show for everyone who's involved. Stay tuned in to Shaheed Bhagat Singh Football Cup, the Under 22 division, as Garhwal FC takes on Rangers SC. Camps getting heated up, and Garhwal FC in the traditional colours of yellow and green, and the Rangers SC sporting white for today. Speaking of Rangers SC, those who missed the match yesterday, there was a royal version of themselves, Royal Rangers, who ran absolute rampage. They had no mercy for the team against the National United SC. The scoreline reading at 9-2 yesterday. They started the scoring, they ended the scoring towards the very last minute of the match. We saw a double hat trick. Not only did we see a hat trick, we saw a double version of it yesterday at 2 own goals. It certainly didn't rain yesterday, but it did rain goals yesterday at the Garhwal Stadium. We are hoping for a more competitive setup here today, or not. Either way, it will be entertaining for all of us involved. Last bit of instructions before the team gets on. After that, there won't be a minute of rest for any of these players that you're going to see. 22 players with high expectations who are not going to give in. Because if you give in once, you will give in twice. Shaheed Bhagat Singh Football Cup 2022. Garhwal FC today, who's turning into the traditional kit of yellow and green, would be having in the starting 11 Rishabh, Tushar Kaushik, Hitesh Khadian, Ashif, Mohit Rawat, Rohit Gusain, Saurabh Kumar, Kunal Singh, Bharat Singh, Kavi Singh, Chandrasekhar, and Aniket Singh Thakur. Followed will be Vishek Kardam, wearing the number 4 for his team. Officials of the match waiting for the word go as they will step up onto the field. A disciplined match will be preferred by the referees here today. We will be wanting to watch a match without much stoppage in between. The fluidity of the game, the flawless of the game, the beautiful game, football. The boys are entering the field as we speak. The elderly leading the young men with his experience, a wonderful sight to see here at the Garhwal Stadium. Garhwal FC on your right, Rangers SC on your left. Applauding everyone involved in the ground, a wonderful sight to see. Once again, Sportscast India and Shijoy John Matthew welcoming everyone who's watching the match in the stadium and through your screens onto this wonderful match ahead. This battle will be tough for sure. Garhwal FC have proved again and again that they can punch above their weight in the national scene. In their state, they definitely won't give up. But as this tournament has shown, great legendary teams can fall to just wonderful football. In the second match of the under 22 division, we did see the mighty Hindustan FC fall to a wonderful playing Shastri FC, who finished the match 3-0. Yesterday was a wonderful showing as well. So in this tournament, anyone can defeat anyone, and that is the beauty. Merit is the key word. Tactics, attack. It's a team game, so passing as well. Garhwal FC's team lineup, as you can see, joined by Jeffrey with the number 5, 7 Hitesh Khaidan, 8 Ashif, 27 Mohit Rawat, 35 Rohit Gosain, 11 Kunal Singh, 12 Bharat Singh, 13 Aniket Singh Thakur, 36 Raj Mahato, and wearing the number 4 jersey, Vishesh Kardam. Do remember these numbers and the names of these boys. You will see plenty of them play for various other teams, maybe just for these teams as well, in bigger stages. They all certainly do have big futures. This might be the last time you see them as boys. This is an exhibition. After this, they will be men. The officials wishing each other for a clean game. The last huddle, the last calm before the, as I keep on calling it. A little bit of prayers and instructions have never hurt anybody. Team huddles always a wonderful addition to the motivation of a team. As we say, one can lose a match. If it's because of talent that they lose this, it's fine, but it should not be for the lack of the teams watching. The spectators deserve good football. We urge every single one to keep supporting Indian football. The giant was indeed sleeping. It might be still half asleep, but once woken up, there will be no taming us. Indian football needs your support, and with your support, we shall do wonders. Forward together. Kickoff almost approaching for the fourth match of the under 22 division of the Shaheed Bhagat Singh Football Cup as the Rangers SC start. Back passes, keeping calm, finding the composure. We saw excellent passing game from the Royal Rangers FC here today. Can the Rangers SC replicate that? Taken back by the Garhwal. Legendary colors of yellow and green. Garhwal has been a representative of the state in many national competitions. Always punching through, never reaching the ultimate leagues. But maybe the coming years will be different and kinder to them. Maybe the wheels of fortune will be benefiting or helping these boys that is here before you. All those who are watching the match on the screens, do remember to ask me your questions or just discuss anything in detail, or do whichever is fun for you and we shall take it. It shall be an interactive session. In the meanwhile, do remember to like this video, share and subscribe. As I said, forward together. Rangers SC with a try straight at the goalkeeper. The training room given back to who haven't had much to do with the ball. Second minute of the match. A wonderful pass ahead. Well defended. We have seen a lot of physical tussles in the matches. Once again, trying to play once again, Garhwal. Take it away. I think the first 10 minutes of all the matches that we've seen, it's a match where they try to find the composure. Once they have the composure, the rest of the 80 minutes will come in easy. Rangers getting the ball back. Referee calls in for a fall through. A bit to the side. Technically wrong with it, and the referee recognizes that. Good refereeing. You just cannot let go of the simple ones. Ball out of play, not yet. Rangers SC trying. The touch failing the player. Garhwal gets the ball back. Garhwal FC, also known as the Garhwal Heroes FC, is an Indian professional football club based in New Delhi. The club had lifted its first FP Senior Division League in 1986 and had become one of teams in Delhi. In 2010, the club even became the first Delhi-based club to enter into quarterfinals of the Durand Cup, which is going to make its comeback pretty soon. Of course, Durand Cup is the prestigious and the oldest knockout football club tournament in Asia. Garhwal FC also competed in the I-League second divisions of various years. Specifically in the last year, they have had a wonderful showing. They did put quite a few youngsters into action. They didn't have the success that they would have demanded, but it was a decent showing. They did have that individual brilliance that we strive for. More into the game that's going on. A free kick, can they capitalize? Garhwal, a wonderful position, a dangerous position. We haven't seen a set piece goal till now. All of the goals have been open play. Will this be the change that we're looking for? A set piece taker, number 8 of Garhwal FC. Can that was a different idea for sure. As he turns back, takes out 3 players, another one taken back. The referee says no. Rangers SC, well defended. Garhwal FC fans would be claiming that should have been a different call by the official. We welcome each and every one of you as you join us this evening for the match between Garhwal FC versus Rangers SC. Garhwal FC with the ball, well controlled on his chest. Rangers SC get the ball back. Rangers position, can they do something with it? An aimed shot. Midfield tussle. The referee says you cannot do that from the back. Dangerous play will not be appreciated by me. Does he need medical attention? In the 6th minute of the match, Rangers SC players not pleased with the challenge on him. The referee would be adding all these minutes up in the extra time that follows. He's alright, the lad's alright. As the play resumes, the defender of Rangers would be trying to get the ball into the other half and in a vicious manner. Taken out. Garhwal FC with the ball. A long throw being attempted. Taken back by Rangers. Well taken. No one in that zone. Quite a bit space there. Garhwal FC couldn't get the ball in. Dispute regarding who had the final touch. Referee says Garhwal should take it. Garhwal player number 13 getting the ball onto the other side. Rangers is he trying to squeak one in. It is a chance. Take it away. The goalkeeper says no penalty. Maybe the player fell too easily. Rangers has been impressive so far. Garhwal, a bit of a balanced game. A good change to see from what we saw yesterday. Every other team will be playing catch up with the Royal Rangers, who once again won 9-2 yesterday the match against National United SC. A wonderful back pass. Rangers SC trying to keep possession of the ball. The other team can only win if they have the ball. Once you have it, conceding won't be a thing that they would be worried about. Garhwal FC with the ball. Short passes. Keep the ball. Wonderful pressing by Rangers. There is no lack of pressure from Rangers SC. Garhwal. Once again, wonderful pressing. Pressing is what got the ball out. Rangers SC, as we have seen, the seemingly minnow clubs, the academy-based clubs, have been doing wonderful in this tournament. Lets you know every Indian football club has a future up ahead. You just need to concentrate very well and give you. You just need to support them and they will give you what you wanted from India football. Garhwal FC ball to the other half. Minute of the match. Goal goes out of play. Wonderful pressure from both teams. Rangers trying to get the ball in. Taken away. It has been giving away position to both teams so far. Once again, given the position. That was a tackle on the legs. Referee rightfully sees that. He was just as close. Referee opting not to take out any cards. The opening flares are understandable between the teams. No warning even, as the number 13 player of Garhwal takes the free kick. Number 13, Aniket Singh Thakur. Keeper takes that for Rangers. He would be trying to get the ball as long as possible. And indeed he does. He gets a throw on the other half of the ground. He would be happy with what culminated. Rangers SC. Wonderful tackle, wonderful tackle. A challenge that is worthy of praise. Taken away by Rangers SC. He didn't want to take any risk with that. And rightfully so. Quite a bit fans for Aniket, as we can see. Garhwal FC with the ball back. They would be trying to play on the back once again. Nice to see the pressing mentality in Rangers SC as they have taken the ball once more. He doesn't have the support that was taken. The referee calls for the stoppage. He will choose what was run over there. The Rangers SC player clinching his head. Bit of a weird name to call out, but Hitler, number 18 of the Rangers SC, was the name that brought on the treatment. One can only speculate. medical attention being given to the player. All the minutes of stoppage will be added as extra time before the half gets over. Rangers SC will be trying to pounce on this wonderful chance if the referee decides. The referee decides on delicious spot. A mouth-watering position. You have seen wonderful goals from this position in world football. These boys would be trying to prove. As I kept on mentioning, we haven't seen a set-piece goal in this tournament in the under-22 division so far. Would this be the first one? As the player keeps his hands on his waist, he would be thinking of a plan. This would be his think before that kick, that vital kick. Make it 1-0. The idea was different in the least. But it goes out of play as a Garhwal Heroes, as they called, starts the play. Garhwal Heroes loses the ball to Rangers. Rangers have had a more attacking showing in this match so far. Garhwal with the ball once again. Chowdhury Saab in the comments, trying very hard for Garhwal FC. He wants Aniket to challenge the flank next time. Good to see passion from fans. Garhwal FC does have a good fan base. Garhwal FC have gone through various amounts of struggles in the history, but they still stand. United, they still stand. Players come and go. Ownership changes, but the club stays. The love for the club stays. And Garhwal FC trying the flank once again. A challenge. He foresaw that. Garhwal FC with the ball again. Garhwal FC going through the history. There was initially set up by Singh as a platform for young players of the Garhwali community to compete locally in Delhi. It's always important for clubs to have representation, to represent a part of the community. Garhwal FC with the ball. Going out of play. The goalkeeper confirms that. As I was saying, as Garhwal FC gained popularity, it was formally registered with Football Delhi in 1953, and they have regularly featured in league championships organized by Football Delhi ever since. They have had many memorable moments, as ones which came in 1986 when the Heroes were crowned the champions of the senior division. Garhwal FC trying to emulate the set history. Can he keep the ball in? He cannot. The referee says goal kick. Garhwal FC, of course, had financial problems in the history, which had resulted in the club being relegated to the A division and then further down to the B division even. They did get a fresh lease of life when it was taken by B.S. Negi and M.S. Patwal in 2001, following which the club started promoting themselves on the divisions of Delhi. Strong results also came in, and Garhwal FC rightfully showing that there is 60% of the possession to 40% of the Rangers. Of course, we have seen teams win with less possession as well. So the start will be a technical one only. Rangers as he get the ball back. Can they make a worthful counter with it? Not in the 16th minute. Maybe in the time that comes up ahead. Garhwal FC on various occasions have talked about their ambitions to play the I-League second division. They did play. They did represent Delhi along with Delhi FC in the last. Always a community and a youth-oriented club. The club entered into a historic partnership with the Baichung Bhutia football schools, the most reputed football youth development setup. in the western side, in the eastern side of India, and Delhi NCR. Garhwal FC is still trying to press. The goalkeeper had that plan for Rangers SC. 70th minute of the match. Rangers trying to keep the ball, try to improve their position of the game, try to get that vital taste. We saw Royal Rangers FC yesterday attacking the ball, creating the space was what they did wonderfully yesterday. As soon as he received a pass, there was another to take the pass. A bit of a wonderful tiki-taka as they carved through the defenses of United SC yesterday. National United SC players trying to forget that, and I shall stop talking about that in a matter of days. Once again, I welcome all those who are watching this match right now. This is an important match, the match that will determine how the tournament goes ahead. The Shaheed Bhagat Singh Football Cup 2022. Brought to you by Sportscast India. We will be having 98 matches, including a mega final, as more than 20 lakhs of prize money will be distributed among these youngsters. The tournament obviously have the support of the Delhi government and Sudeva Delhi FC. It's always wonderful to see clubs take a approach to be conducting tournaments. Royal Kashmir did it in Kashmir, and Sudeva Delhi is doing it at the moment in Delhi. A wonderful showing for the Delhites. A good proclamation that against what is popularly rotated around. We do like football. Garhwal FC with the ball to the sides, trying to find that space. Well pressed by Rangers. They're not letting the team breathe. That is when you try out these long passes, and another one of those straight to the arms of the custodian of Rangers SC. He tries to change the flank to the left side. A wonderful pass up ahead. A better that takes out two men, and the referee calls an opportunity to kick the ball into the box for Rangers SC. Rangers Sports Club, amidst all this history of Garhwal FC, would be desperate to create their own mark in Delhi football. They would want to erase all the history and be the team that bet the legacy club. Once again, that goes 1-0. Garhwal FC. A different approach with the long kick being anticipated by the goalkeeper of Garhwal. He pushes the team forward. They pass the 20th minute of the match. Garhwal FC still trying to find the chemistry among the players. As history goes, the history of Garhwal FC does not end there. They also won the Delhi leg of the Manchester United Premier Cup, which is a nationwide under-16 club competition. A lot of physical tussles in the middle, the midfield battle heating up, as they haven't been concrete chances. For both teams till now. Rangers SC starting from the back. Similar approaches by both teams. I see a bit more pressing from the Rangers SC though. However, most of the match until now has been passing. And in the midfield, losing out. A very strong showing by both teams. Technically, both brilliant. Rangers SC with a chance. Rangers SC cannot get that back. A better touch would have been anticipated by the Rangers SC fans. Still with the ball, survives the first clear opportunity of the match. Rangers SC giving the cross in. Once again, trying to get that ball. Can he make that pass? Calls for offside. The official. The first chance for Rangers SC. Comments coming in from all directions. In a comment section, support being offered for Latley, Garhwal FC, and fans from Manipur throwing in love, showing their presence in Delhi football. Wonderful sight to see. I welcome every single person who's watching this match. Do fill the comment section with your queries, your interesting thoughts, and your messages of support. I shall try my absolute best to bring it into notice. George away. The fan offering full support to Garhwal FC. Kick onto the other side. He had more height on that than the distance that he may have intended. We call back. The referee says he may have crossed the line. What is he going to do with this? Interesting question. Interesting approach. The goalkeeper admitting his mistake, and the referee. An interesting take. An interesting take. You don't see this very often. A rare sight to see here. A free kick. And another. Garhwal FC with the chance of the match. Garhwal FC discussing among themselves who will take this. They have quite a few takers among themselves. Would they be going for a training route? Training ground routine maybe? So many options that they can afford to do this. As soon as Aditya Rawat in our comments was saying Rangers was dominating the attack, Garhwal FC gets an opportunity to change that. Number 8, 11 and 27. A training ground routine itself. A wonderful try. A wonderful try. That could have gone anywhere. Wonderful attempt by Garhwal FC. Not quite into action. Wonderful to see fans following us from Germany. We welcome GK to this match. As a fans of Garhwal FC over, George away still believes. He wants everyone to be patient and see. He believes in this Garhwal team, and Garhwal will be hoping for a better showing. The flanks being dominated. He keeps the ball in. He crosses through. A wonderful chance of physical struggle. And he tries. Third attempt in that same scenario. And somehow it's still not in. Garhwal playing wonderfully. As George away was speaking, Rangers SC somehow survives Garhwal's. That was a session that was dominated by Garhwal FC. Aditya Rawat still saying that the Garhwal not getting hold in midfield, which is a bit true to my liking. And that would have been a dangerous play. I don't know what was attempted there. Dangerous play. Trying to clear out the ball. Garhwal with the other side. A change of fortunes as we see Garhwal dominating the attack at the moment. Rangers SC, not enough men forward, not enough support as the Garhwal comes back to defend their territory. Garhwal FC trying a long shot. A better approach will be taken next time. We had some sublime goals yesterday, even though the story of the match would seem like it was completely National United SC's favour yesterday. The second goal of the match was absolutely majestic. A wonderful shot, a wonderful chip over the goalkeeper's head as the ball just calmly went on to the side net. We have seen some wonderful goals here so far in this tournament. Still waiting on the first set piece goal of the tournament though. Rangers defending pretty well. Garhwal gets the ball back. He would be trying to get the ball. Rangers SC capitalizing from behind out of nowhere. Rangers SC still with a chance. Two men inside the box. Can he make that vital cross? He does make a cross. A feeble one at that. Somehow, the match is still goalless. Wonderful attacking from both the teams. Amazing to see fans having a conversation among themselves in the comment section. Aniket Chowdhury having quite some support from his brothers. It's wonderful to see support coming in for these young footballers. Wonderful to see fans such as Roshan, George, Aditya, Chowdhury. That was different approach as the play resumes on this half. Garhwal FC still trying to get that decisive goal. I'm pretty sure that a goal would change the game. This game has been so close that the team getting the first goal of the match would be in lead to dominate the match. It has that sense of competition to it. Garhwal FC making that space onto the side. Wonderful play from the side, a wonderful run which was ignored by the Garhwal FC player. The goalkeeper strikes a ball to the other half. Well guarded Garhwal. The run from the defender had started. He had foreseen that opportunity and the ball goes out of play. Rangers cannot capitalize on that. George away in the comments saying that Garhwal FC has a similar approach in the making as they study their opponent and then make a plan accordingly. As a fan of Garhwal FC is to be believed, we will be in for an interesting halftime talk by the both teams. Garhwal FC once again trying to build from the back. The play has slowed down quite a bit, which is good for the Rangers SC as the Garhwal FC seem to have all the momentum in the world. A lot of young lads playing their football trade here today. I'm sure that there are 2 or more scouts of various clubs, various beloved clubs in the stadium, watching with the eye of an eagle. They would be having the list of the players and the numbers. They would be seeing which of these players will they go after. Feeder clubs are important in football ecosystem. Cups such as the Durand Cup have shown how little the difference is between the major divisions, and the state teams, and even the military teams of this nation. Merit is what matters. History isn't. Rangers SC trying to dismantle Garhwal FC, who have had decades of history to talk about. Technical aspects of the game. The players will grow. The players will get better. The ones that you see before you. Headed back. If it was intentional, it did the job. As the defense tries to play the ball once again. Garhwal have had an interesting take. In the year 2013, Garhwal Heroes FC was rechristened as Garhwal Football Club, once again to fulfill the AFC club licensing criteria by the AFF. And this enabled the club to compete in I-League, the highest level of professional football in the country. And it brought a major restructuring drive that would make it a complete club ready for the next generation. Once again, a chance. Rangers says he cannot capitalize on that. The moment as the play remains 0-0 by both teams. Garhwal FC have been a regular in the second division I-League. And they have finished runner-ups in various All India football tournaments from Uttarakhand as well. That brings to a question in the comments phase: does Uttarakhand have a football team? If anyone's watching from Uttarakhand, I will give you this opportunity to answer that for your own. As we approach the 34th minute of the match, it remains 0-0. Garhwal FC versus Rangers SC. We've spoken about so much history of Garhwal FC. We also need to talk about the recent form of the team, as the senior team had participated in the inaugural Delhi's second division qualifiers and had easily moved through the knockout stages from Group A. They have had many competitive seasons and successful ones at those. Rangers SC gets the ball back, a physical tussle as the referee calls the ball back to play. Rangers SC, relatively a newcomer, wouldn't care for these details. Garhwal FC and the fans hoping for a better showing in the next 10 minutes before the halftime approaches. A kick onto the... That was... There were more than enough men in the box. They could have capitalized on that. All they needed was a better heading from a few of those tall players from Garhwal FC side. Rangers trying to play through, dribbles through, make space for himself and the players around him. Take it away from Garhwal. Can they make something out of this? They cannot keep the ball. Garhwal FC, obviously apart from being champions of the Delhi League, they have had other notable achievements in the past, including winning the Delhi Women's League and reaching the quarterfinals of the Durand Cup, beating the likes of Sporting Club de Goa and JCT in the process, and this was in the year 2011. Remembering the legendary JCT, who did wonders for Indian football during a certain point of time. Sporting Club de Goa, on the same time, would be looking back to enter the national sides. As he goes on for Garhwal FC on the side, he was pressed. Can't exactly fully complain him for the feeble cross, and he had a lack of support over there. Being kind on the youngsters, who's trying the captain of Rangers SC, guiding the ball. Garhwal with the chance, trying to create the space for himself to take on the shot. not being able to. Physical battle from both the teams. Rangers SC. Rangers SC with the ball once again. Not being able to. The ball is kicked out as the play resumes. Rangers SC, can they capitalize on this? A cross inside. Rangers SC, and it's a goal. It's a goal. Wonderful header. That came down wonderfully. A wonderful cross from the side as well. It was sublime finishing. It was beautifully placed. All he had to do was give it the right amount of power and direction, and so it did. That was beautiful to see. That was well placed. You need not be the tallest on the pitch. You just need to be at the right place at the right time, says Rangers SC. As I said, the team that scored the first goal in the match would be having a tremendous momentum in this match, and I still stand by it. Garhwal FC trailing 1-0 to Rangers SC at the moment. Make no mistake, regardless of whichever club you support, that was indeed a wonderful goal. That was scored by, once again, Hitler. The name does get amusing as you go on. The number 18 of Rangers SC. Apologies for the facts, but it is important to mention those for all those who are watching the league for the first time. As Garhwal FC would be having a history to boast of in this tournament. As we see the shots on target, Garhwal have had 7 shots on target to Rangers 8, and 2 shots on target for Garhwal to Rangers 3. As it still goes on, the score remains at 1-0. A wonderful opportunity. He had a lack of space over there. Still playing. That was indeed, sir. The cross was of the highest quality, and all it needed was a placed header, and placed header we got. The number 18 of Rangers SC, Hitler, with the ball once again, the goal scorer. The number 10, Garhwal with the ball, trying to make something through. 5 minutes of the match. One could argue that the goalkeeper had wrong positioning, but at the end of the day, it was placed wonderfully well by the Rangers SC player, number 18. It's amazing, Hitler. The referee calls for the stop of play till discipline reigns supreme in this match. It has been a technical battle as well between the two teams, trying to prove the mantle here today. All that they would be wanting is 3 points here today. We had a spectacular match as the opening match between the most coveted teams of Delhi, At the moment, Delhi FC and Sudeva Delhi FC. It ended 1-1. That was the only draw of this division in this tournament. In a knockout tournament such as this, 3 points is what you should strive for, and the rest of the matches have been same so far. You can't argue with facts, and facts is what? Facts is that Garhwal FC have had a wonderful history as a club, but Rangers SC would be saying, however, we lead you 1-0. Rangers, or a royal version of themselves, the Royal Rangers, hail supreme. Yesterday, they won the match 9-2. Can a much more humbler Rangers SC, do the same here today? Garhwal gets a ball. Garhwal tried to make the pass to carve through the defenses of Rangers. Have not been able to till now. But I urge everyone to stay back. We will be having Rangers, relaxed legs, energized players, and quite a few substitutions, as you will see a different tempo from what you've seen so far. Garhwal FC with the ball. They would be desperate to give their fans a moment of rejoice before the half goes in. Goal right now can, for sure, change the halftime talk at the camp. The coaches of Garhwal FC would be looking forward to be having that conversation that instills up fire in their players. If the fans of Garhwal FC is to be believed, this is the usual approach, as wait and play, and more energized versions of players would become home as we speak. Chaudhary Saab in the comments saying that the keeper had a fault in his position and that he had to stay at the first bar. An interesting take by the fans watching the match here today. One would say that when approached with 2-3 forward players, there would be a natural tendency for goalkeepers to go out of position. Can he blame for the situation? Let me know in the comments. Rangers SC with the ball once again as the 45th minute has come here. The referee calls for medical attention as two players from both teams down. More supervision will be given to that. The referee calls in for the medical team to arrive to take care of the Garhwal FC player. One would be hoping that it is just a minor setback for the youngster. A wonderful sporting scene, as regardless of the team colors, everyone seemed concerned for the Garhwal FC player on the ground. At the end of the day, you might be divided by states, football clubs, but football, the whole purpose is to unite the fans of the game. You've seen the teams of Manchester United and Liverpool, fiercest rivals, even united at the Hillsborough incident. You have seen the clubs get together for Chapecoense in Brazil. Regardless of the rivalry, I have seen clubs extend their support and love for the Munich disaster of the Manchester United team. Football is beautiful. Anytime we will be waiting for the whistle from the referee as we go in for the halftime break when both of these teams will be coming in for the final kill in this match. Rangers as he starts the play with the ball, space on his left, not seen. As a long range try was given by the Rangers SC, that didn't capitalize. Garhwal FC once again starting from the back. A final try before the match gets over. A long pass. That was a hard take by the striker as he struggled to keep that to himself. The ball back with Rangers SC. Taken away by Garhwal. Looking to the referee as to when we will get the halftime whistle. And the referee calls for the halftime break as it has been a fair showing. There has been a lack of many goals, but many one-on-one battles, many physical tuggles, and there is no lack of spirit in this match. The historic Garhwal FC being humbled at halftime by Rangers SC. Will the end result say the same, or will Garhwal FC have a say in this match? Stay tuned. This is Sportscast India and Shijoy John Matthew. Get your snacks, get your coffee. We will on the other side before we have the statistics of the match. As we can see, it has been an equal showing in the position department as well as 50-50 as it stands for the Garhwal and the Rangers SC. 8 shots on target for Garhwal, 10 shots on target, 10 shots by the Rangers, out of which the target has been 2 out of 8 for Garhwal and 4 out of 10, out of which one has been a goal for the Rangers. The sole corner of the match has been in Rangers SC's side. 7 falls from Garhwal FC and 5 from Rangers. There has been no card showing. It has been a disciplined match, but the referee has declined to. There has been 2 offsides from the part of the Rangers SC. But the key stat is that the Rangers SC leads Garhwal FC 1-0 in the Shaheed Bhagat Singh Football Cup 2022 as the halftime approaches. We'll see you on the other side. This is your John Matthew. as the play is about to start in the second half for Garhwal FC versus the Ranger SC. As it stands, the Rangers lead Garhwal 1-0 in this match. We welcome you to the second half of the match of the Shaheed Bhagat Singh Football Cup, the fourth match here tonight, as we wait to see if there is a change of fortune between the teams here today. The match have started the second half between the teams of Garhwal FC and the Rangers SC. Garhwal trying to go forward the ball. Rangers get the ball back. The change of tempo can already be seen between the teams in the start of this half. Garhwal, quite a few changes that we can see in the team. Garhwal trying to keep the ball. The ball has been quite up in the air from the beginning of the second half. Garhwal trying to build, trying to find the space, trying to close in. Rangers SC allowing Garhwal to have a bit more space than the earlier half. Rangers SC getting the ball back. Fouled, he says. The referee calls back. The referee with his keen eye for a foul calls that one. The number 11 of the Rangers waiting on for medical attention from the sidelines. Always an unfortunate incident when you see a player get injured. It is one of the terrible things about the sport, but it is a part of it. The fans of Garhwal and Rangers calling on for more goals in the second half. There has been a lack of intensity in the passes between the Rangers midfielders, and that has been rightfully commented by Aditya Rawat, and he and the other fans of the Garhwal FC will be hoping for more goals in the half. Ball taken out of play. A corner for Rangers SC. A measured cross can lead to wonders as they try for the second goal of the match. It did create quite a bit of confusion, but in the end, the goalkeeper has it safely. Taken out of play, the counter was stopped right before it could flourish. Garhwal with the back pass, trying to build a play. Stopped at the midst. Rangers SC with an attempt that can be called adventurous at the least. There has been a bit more of speed in this play in the second half. Calls out for what's going to happen in the next 40 minutes. Garhwal attacking the flank. Well defended by Rangers. A wonderful skill as he turns back. We've seen the Greats do it. Our boys can do it too. That was a wonderful turn. One in for the highlights reel. He would be going home and having a watch of this video just to rewatch how he successfully made that turn. Rangers SC trying to get the ball away from their zone and effectively headed out back into Garhwal. Rangers makes that space for himself. Taken out. There has been wonderful 1v1 battles in this match. And it has been an interesting round as well, with one winning some, losing some. Hence, the battle being called in the midfield. And the cross, it reaches places that it was not intended to. The goalkeeper of Garhwal with the ball trying to build. Out of play once again. There has been quite a bit of dead ball time. Rangers SC trying to build something, starting from this throw. I have seen teams concentrate, give more emphasis on free kicks and throws. Used to be one among the underappreciated traits. But there are players who have made careers out of long throws. A few does come into mind. Rahul Beke being one of them. Raju Gaikwad being another. Will go down a play once again. The goalkeeper with the ball, testing out his options. As he gets the ball to the other side, a long kick. Wonderful distribution skills. He can kick a ball. Rangers SC with the ball. He has space over here. Can they capitalize? It is an opportunity. He dribbles past the first. He goes on and takes. That was well defended. Although one could say that there were three men. They could have avoided that situation. Wonderful dribbles all through. Ball to the mid portion of the ground as the referee calls for a stop. Intense. One could describe the second half with that one word. Another substitution being made for Garhwal FC as the number 18 comes on for the number 12. Coral FC would be hoping that the changes come in handy. Garhwal wearing their legendary yellow and green jersey. Can they immaculate? Can they repeat the success that they're known for in the state of Delhi or Rangers SC? I wouldn't call this an upset if at all comes in. They have deserved this lead. The substitution being confirmed. 18 Wibble coming on for number 12 Bowen. Forga FC. Garhwal still looking for that player or a group of players who can show that leadership to get their team out of this situation. We haven't seen teams come back after being down in the under 22 division in this tournament so far. Will this be the match that turns that history, that fact? Till now, fortune has favored the teams that have scored first. Garhwal would be in all the mind of the world to change that. Plenty of time still remaining in the match. 35 minutes in, not even two-thirds of the match up till now. As I was describing the match to be intense, there had to be a lot of stoppages because of the physical tackles between the boys. It is young blood. When you go in for the challenge, you do. They're certainly not going gentle on their goodbyes. Play resumes once again. Ball taken out. Garhwal. And the substitution in the card coming up. We can see boys warming up. Rangers with the throw. Taken afar. A lot of players have been forced to kick the ball out of play rather than losing it because of the high pressing that we have seen in this match. There are no easy games in this tournament. You have to play well. You win if you play well. You don't win because other team plays worse. Substitutions happening for the Rangers SC as they hope on keeping the lead or improving it. Strikers coming in, showcasing their intention. We are not here to park any bus. We're not scared of anyone's history. And we will be building our own legacy. Trying to pass through. Rangers SC on the flank. Cuts back. Gets a ball in. So substitution being confirmed for Rangers FC. 7. Quinton coming on for Rashish, who wore the number 9 in this match. Makes space for himself. He made quite some space for himself. Does not come into fruition as the Rangers defense well, but doesn't keep the ball very well. Neither does Garhwal. Possession being exchanged without any serious concern at the moment. Garhwal with the ball. Garhwal gets a ball to the right flanks. Wonderful chance. He needs support inside the box. Also a wonderful cross, which he doesn't have at the moment. Rangers SC passing the ball to the other side. Garhwal once again with the same approach. This has to be a tactical advice. Garhwal keeping the ball, passing among themselves, trying to find that chemistry, trying to find that space, trying to find the square passes. A 1-2 was intended, one could see, but the direction and the touch failed the player over there. Garhwal will be hoping for better showing. We have fans in here for the number 18 of Garhwal FC, who's Ladi Nathaniel Ramai. Vigil Ramai. They do sound related, don't they? The goalkeeper of Rangers taking his time with the kick. Garhwal gets the ball back. And the stoppage, once again, they don't go easy on the tackles. Quite some time will be added to the extra time. That will come after the regular minutes of this match. There are only certain things that you cannot like in a football match. Injuries are the worst of them. Then comes nutmegs and own goals. We saw two own goals in the match that preceded this one yesterday. Injuries, not so much till now, but certainly, if you have to play with the big boys, you have to train them hard from the very beginning. And 22, all these players that you see are ripened for the taking for all the football clubs coming up. As we approach the 68th minute, as we are past the two-third match, the score line remains at 1-0 in favor of Rangers SC. How do you think Delhi football has done so far? Let us know in the comments. Because one way very well call the Shaheed Bhagat Singh Football Cup as a season opener for these teams, as the Delhi Premier League will follow afterwards. It's a long calendar coming up ahead. Delhi Football Delhi will be all in for the action, and Sportscast India will be trying to give you the worthy reception that you deserve, all the fans of the sport. Garhwal FC with the ball in the mid, once again taken away by Rangers. They haven't been able to make that decisive pass, Garhwal. They have been momentum for the play that has started from the back. But the final ball, the service has been lacking for the strikers of Garhwal. Maybe quite a few changes in the midfield for the red and yellows, for the green and yellows. I apologize for that. For the green and yellows will be the decisive factor in bringing about the change in the fortunes in this match. The goalkeeper being asked to distribute the ball once again. The ball out of his defensive zone. He does not want the ball anywhere near him. Rangers SC being pressed very well by Garhwal. The pressing did lead to a throw-in for the team. Dribbles pass. The stops once again. Can they make that final ball for the strikers? Can they give the service that the fans looking forward to? We have seen wonderful service this match. It is what led to the only goal, the lone goal in the match. Garhwal FC once again finding the player, better play. He had space, decides to head the ball over, and it goes out of play. The goalkeeper would be hoping that the rest of the match goes like that. As we can see, Garhwal dominating 36% to 44% of the Rangers SC. Rangers SC falling back, content in watching how things go on at the moment. Garhwal going for a long throw. He certainly does have the space for it. Change of plans as he attempts for a cross from a cutback, safely taken by the Rangers FC goalkeeper, who is in no way bothered about the 6-second rule. If that was intended, that was a wonderful cross which could not be capitalized. Didn't want the height on it. Distance though, as the Rangers SC get the ball back. A chance for a wonderful counter. Chance for a wonderful counter as there are players for support. Still somehow he goes for a long shot. Maybe he wanted to get the goalkeeper by surprise. He got me by surprise. So many options. That could have been 2-0 up ahead. But at least a worthy chance for the Rangers SC. The Rangers SC definitely not looking to fall. Just look back and see they would be looking forward to that counter. They seem content. They are not pressing as much. They seem content in giving the position to Garhwal FC. Once again on a mistake. Rangers SC, can they capitalize? He decides to give the ball to a no man's land. After a while, the frustrations will start to kick in when the Garhwal FC players would be in tremendous pressure to at least equalize for their beloved club. If they're still going for 3 points, this would be the point of time where they would be looking forward to attack the front, make that goal. Once you score another goal, you can make Rangers SC feel the pressure as another substitution is made in the side. Garhwal, number 14, with a ball to the left-hand side. Once again passing among themselves. They certainly are in no mood to the possession game. The possession percentages will be hefty for the green and yellow from Delhi. Rangers SC trying to avoid that throw in. We'll be getting just that. 67th minute of the match. Soon it'll be 70, 75 as it goes on. As the pressure will build on Garhwal FC, who have quite a few fans who's watching right now, hoping for a better turnout from the players that they love. Rangers SC trying to build in, taken away by Garhwal. Well taken. Trying to carve in, trying to stitch in 2-3 passes that can lead to something decisive. Taken back. Play will start from the goalkeeper. Our Rangers SC once again. He can afford to waste a few moments in this match. There has been tremendous instances where you have seen instance of time wastage in football. Even though I don't agree with it, it is an integral part of football. The game does remember its most successful managers and players. Jose Mourinho would attest to that. I wouldn't have advised that. That was tremendous risk taking from the goalkeeper. Garhwal still somehow survives. Call that for dangerous play. A boot to the face. Never a good idea. But sweeper goalkeepers are a part of the modern football, as we know. And the goalkeeper will be keen to support his team in the overall build, hoping to get at least a point out of this. They do not want behind all the heavyweights in this cup. The cup is going to be fast paced. You wouldn't have the time to stop and learn. Garhwal FC with a wonderful 1v1 battle as he dribbles past. There are only two ways to move the ball ahead, either dribble or pass. Passing preferred as it's a team game, not being able to make that final pass as it punched out. But there has been no lack of tries from both sides. There has been a change in the approach, though, as Rangers SC have been holding back, have been waiting on their counterparts as they're inviting pressure and as they look forward to make that vital counter. They would be believing that another chance, a wonderful goal, a wonderful save. All sort of pressure, and Rangers SC goalkeeper had to make that change, had to make that save. Out of nowhere, this is where the unpredictability of football comes in, ladies and gentlemen. He had to make that. All the stats, all the holding back would have been all for nothing if that save wasn't made. The coach would be proud. The save made by the goalkeeper of Rangers SC. Rangers SC goalkeeper Kulakpem Sohib, making inarguably the best save of the match until now. As the substitution is confirmed, number 6 Jaideep coming in for number 27 Mohit for Garhwal. This is where the coaches earn the money. They would be hoping that the young legs, the energized legs, would be causing significant changes in the match that they so desperately need at the moment. As I said, as the minutes go on, frustrations will kick in, desperations will kick in. It will impact your decisions in the match. Once again, taken by the goalkeeper, number 33. He kicks the ball out of play. He does not want any risk. Garhwal, once again, BL allowed to allow the space. Passed on to the side. Rangers SC not too keen to entertain that ball any further as they kick the ball out of play. In the comment section, there has been calls for Garhwal FC before the beloved Garhwal FC to make a goal. There has been quite some fans for the number 18 of Garhwal FC. As it goes on further, the tensions, the pressure, it is what makes a footballer at the end of the day, the fire in a belly. There wouldn't be any shortage of fire in the belly for these boys. Young blood looking to prove themselves that they can play with the big boys in the big leagues. Garhwal FC. Rangers SC player, but yeah, pulled back in the last moment. The referee calls for, will this be the first card of the match? Although there has been many stoppages, we have seen very few cards in this match. The referee opting not to put any player under pressure by giving the no warning card. The referee asked the treatment to be done. Said as we approach another substitution from the Rangers SC side, this would be making use of the time that remains. And the substitution as it being made by the Rangers, number 15 going off. For the Rangers, as he makes that slow walk. No player from the Rangers is in any hurry to make that change. As the captain applauds the effort that was seen from his team. And the long ball from the Rangers as we approach the 75th minute. He loses the ball. It's not in. Somehow there were far too many players and it's in. It's in. I have been corrected, and gladly so, as the Rangers make it show that this is no mistake that they're in front. Garhwal FC, if they weren't in trouble already, they surely are now. It would have been more of a mess if they hadn't capitalized on the chance. Garhwal FC decided not to take the easy chances and go for a wonderful opportunity from the side instead. So much tussle, so much confusion. When the confusion clears, it's 2-0 up ahead for Rangers SC. Garhwal would be kicking themselves for that unfortunate mistake. The goalkeepers can blame the defenders. The defenders can blame the goalkeeper, however, as it remains 2-0. Substitution by the Rangers in between as number 6 Rayon comes on for number 15 Naobi. 76th minute of the match. Rangers SC successful with their approach, with the tactical approach of staying back and counter-attacking. As the Rangers move further. Rangers SC. That was a throw way above from the line, but the referee did go. Rangers SC with the ball once again. Garhwal trying to create that pass. Among options, Garhwal FC definitely have gone for the unconventional ones rather than depending upon the easier ones, and that has been a change that has resulted in what we are seeing at the moment, I would like to say. Rangers SC trying to get the ball to the other half. There has been a lack of leaders from the Garhwal FC, that baller, that specific talent that can create all the difference. Rangers SC, who has been capitalizing on the chances, finally being called for offside. All the talk about a team play, but there do we have players with the individual brilliance who can create a difference. All they need are moments. You have seen instances of players like that. Komal Tatal used to be one of them. Here's to hoping that he will be having a splendid season up ahead. There has been a showing of resurgence as Rangers play amazing football. They dribble through, yet loses out in the last minute. He would have hoped for better support from his team. Garhwal with another attempt. Rangers SC with the chance, space being created as they call on for every single Garhwal FC player to attack. Coming in the shots category, Garhwal have had 11, Rangers 13. Shots on target though, Garhwal 3 to 6 of Rangers, out of which 2 have gone in. Goalkeepers does have the most difficult job on the ground, and most of the time they can be the person who has to take the blame. All the great goalkeepers in the world have faced criticism at one point in time, remembering Iker Casillas and other goalkeepers. It is certainly a difficult job. 80th minute was reached. There would be less time up ahead for Garhwal to take this back. But it is not over until it is over. 90th minute, even in the extra time, we have seen instances where teams have won even past the extra time. If you don't believe me, check out a Manchester United match. 80th minute approaching. Rangers SC holding back, pressing did the wonders in the first half. Jack has done almost the same for them in the second. As it stands, 2 goals in 2 halves. 2-0 Rangers at the moment. On the other side, the Royal Rangers would be looking at the Rangers SC and saying that maybe it's all in the name. The Rangers win. A lot of space. Rangers, can they capitalize? There is a free man on the side as the Garhwal goalkeeper takes up that one. He leads the attack once again. Can they capitalize on the counter? There are a few men to support them, but the Rangers, there are no more to play around. They just want the ball out of the half. Once again a chance. Rangers, somehow among all the crowd, getting the ball in. Survival. Garhwal on survival mode at the moment. Escaping by a whisker. Escaping by narrow means. They should thank heavens that it's not 3-0 at the moment. They're getting all the space in the world. And Rangers SC capitalizing on that counter-attack. Once again a chance. Can Garhwal get this back? Even the rain gods are trying to come in support of Garhwal. Whenever it rains, it does create for interesting one-on-ones. Interesting mistakes that can lead to a goal. On which half would be the question. Always a pressurizing tournament. Always a pressurizing sight to see football in the rain. Pretty sure that everyone have had wonderful memories of playing in the rain. It always creates for wonderful situations, and it is to coming up ahead. A lot of unforced errors will be coming up ahead. Rangers SC getting the ball out of play. They don't want to rest. The moment of the ball will go slower as well in the rain. Can this be the change of fortune that the coach was looking for as they throw the ball into the fray? Rangers SC with a counter that has worked for them so far. Call for offside by the referee. And I think that was a wonderful call. For Chaudhry Saab, who's asking if they are scouting any players in this tournament. Of course they are. All the players in the tournament are being watched with eagle eyes. And the scouting system is something that has to be appreciated by various Indian football clubs in today's setup. It is always a wonderful sight to see. So is this rain. As the heavy rains come by, the play resumes. Wonderful scene here at the Tyagaraja Stadium. The players doesn't seem to mind. 84th minute of the match, Garhwal FC still passing it around. They're undisputed in the possession game. The strikers haven't exactly gone missing, but they haven't had much to do. One would be striving for the strikers to come back deeper and build up play. Number 4 of the Garhwal FC trying to change. However, a mistake intercepted. A chance. Still a chance. He is onside. Can he capitalize? As the ball goes through, the defender gives up. 3-0. 3-0. As you saw the defender give up as it was going on. The defender slowly gave up. Would Garhwal give up now? Hitler with the second goal of the match. As amusing as his name may be, the goals that he scores are as well. 3-0 Rangers SC. There has been no shortage of goals. Garhwal, if it wasn't obvious, trying to bring out any respect out of this match. A good cross in, wonderful connection. Taken out as they upload themselves. That was textbook defending by the Rangers. Good to see Garhwal not give up, because there will be matches after this. There will be tournaments after this. And this is where the heart shows in. The goalkeeper struggles to keep that ball in, but his defender does a job for him as he kicks the ball out of play. Garhwal trying with their all men to get that consolation goal. Once again, a goal can change the match. If it's on the part of the Rangers, it will be game over for Garhwal. If Garhwal manages to get one through, it can be a beginning of a comeback. A long ball into the box. Rangers gets it back. Have had to see this numerous times in today's match. Still an exciting match nonetheless. The goalkeeper, wonderful positioning. He was there to make sure that his defenders had support. Number 15 of Rangers not being able to get the ball in, but being closed in by the defenders. A wonderful tackle. The defending have been stellar. So much talk about the attacking class of Rangers. You need to talk about that wave that the Rangers goalkeeper made, and the stellar defending, and the consistently stellar defending on the part of the Rangers. Good sight to see for the future of Indian football. Garhwal once again, 88th minute of the match. As Garhwal passes through. Once again, Rangers with the chance. Garhwal with that throw. As we approach the 89th minute of the match, there isn't much time up ahead. Are the hopes dying for the Garhwal? Gives the ball up front. 1v1 battles have been the conversation builder in this match. There has been very few interesting ones. Good to see a Rangers fan among the sea of Garhwal in the comments. But do stay around. You do not follow a football club for the losses and the wins. You follow it because you have found a heart. The team side, Garhwal FC, surely will be hoping for better times in the future and better showing than this. I hope that they can learn from this as Garhwal FC attempts for at least a consolation goal. Taken back, wonderful pressure from Rangers, wonderfully taken back, and a foul. The legs were intertangled in between as the Rangers SC player. Once again, they can afford to take this much time. But as you can see, I hope that the player is not in a serious condition. The referee determining if the player needs medical attention from the sidelines. The player struggles. I hope that he can carry on with this match because he has been exceptional in this match until now. To play the 90 minutes, the full minutes, and take his team onto the 9. It has been an amazing contrast for all the history, for all the successes that Garhwal have had in the past. Rangers SC was in no mood to play around. Almost everything that they have tried have worked for them. The sole chance that the Garhwal FC team had immensely, and in a matter of nanoseconds saved by the goalkeeper of the Rangers. What he lacks in height, he does cover it with the speed, the goalkeeper of Rangers. Garhwal trying to build in once again. 91st minute of the match. It does need to be said about the goalkeeper of the Rangers SC, Kalpakam Soheb, number 33, who have made some amazing, not just saves, but moment here today. He has effectively cut down the time, made an amazing save, and his distribution has been stellar. Garhwal tries to build through from the sides. Rangers once again. This has been what has been working for them in this half, as Garhwal in the desperation tries to push down the players of the Rangers. 92nd minute of this match. Garhwal FC fans, understandably furious with the goalkeeper, who will be hoping for better luck and better performances as we go on. Rangers with the chance for the 4th goal, still with the ball somehow, being allotted the space, and that had a better chance of reaching the side flag than the goalpost. 93rd minute of the match. Extra time as we approach. We have had quite a bit of stoppages, and that have to be compensated in this match. Rangers with the final chances. Can they make it 4? Can they make it fancier, the scoreline? We have had a scoreline of 9-2 in yesterday's match. Teams have been notified. Teams have been put on notice. Why? Various teams, Shastri FC, have played wonderful attacking football. Royal Rangers have been very royal in their approach indeed, scoring 9 goals, but someone even scoring a double hat-trick. How good would he be? as the fourth match in culmination at the moment as the Rangers SC leads 3-0 to Garhwal as it hits a post. Rangers would not be complaining about that. They have more than enough to get in with the 3 points at this time. Garhwal FC would be hoping that the match gets over as soon as possible so they can build in for the next one. Again, as the referee calls in for the final whistle, Rangers FC players would be in Club 9 as they pass on the Garhwal test with full colours as the match in 3-0. Rangers SC bringing in a tactical masterclass against Garhwal FC, the much better known team. Fans will be furious, but one can be sure that the teams will come in better. At the end of the day, these are all 22-year-olds or lesser or younger players who would only get better. This has been a wonderful showing in the 2022 edition of the Shaheed Bhagat Singh Football Cup as the Rangers SC stays true to the name as they have raided down Garhwal FC 3-0. The statistics of the match will follow, but you can be assured of one thing: the scoreline is no joke. Rangers SC did put in a fantastic performance here today, and Garhwal FC was no pushovers. The statistics follow as Garhwal FC leads the position 51%, but Rangers did do wonders with the 49% of the position that they had. 13 shots for Garhwal, 17 for Rangers. 4 shots on target among the 13 for the Garhwal, 7 a better showing from the Rangers. Corners 1 to 2, 1 to 3 in the favour of Rangers. Fouls have been aplenty, 15 for Garhwal and 11 for Rangers. No cards shown though. Much more disciplined match as the offsides range from 3 for the Rangers and 1 for the Garhwals. The green and yellow brigade of the Garhwal FC would be hoping for better fortune in the tournaments and the matches coming up ahead. Rangers SC has put their name in the history sheets. They will be showing their capabilities in the matches that come up ahead. It has been a wonderful day of football, the fourth day of the Shaheed Bhagat Singh Football Cup. This was Sportscast India bringing you the quality coverage that you just saw. And along with Shijoy John Matthew, I bid you farewell for the day. This has been fun. Good night, everyone.